Are you in the process of getting your home ready to go on the market and considering some renovations? Or maybe you've just purchased a home and you're trying to decide how to do them. This is Ron Wysakarski with Wise Home Team Realty, and today I want to talk about renovations. So a lot of people are getting ready to go on the market and they're consulting with their agent about what should we be doing to get the house ready for sale. Now the fact is, having it neat and clean, remove all the clutter, I think we know those things. But the actual renovations, should I redo the kitchen? Should I change floors? Is it carpet? Is it tile? Vinyl flooring? There's so many options out there. What about exterior paint and pressure washing and landscaping? You know, for some families, that adding $10,000, $20,000, even $30,000, if it only nets them 25 or 30, sometimes it's not a good idea to delay going on the market for 3 or 4 months to get all those things accomplished. You know, we're at a time right now where the market is changing just a little bit. And I have to wonder, by the time you finish all those renovations, was it a good idea? The fact is, if you're not a professional, you could be guessing at the type of materials that the new owner is going to want to have in there. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do anything to get the house ready, but if you're trying to choose between a neutral floor tile and something a little more exotic, does that open up the possibilities to a wider audience? Or are you making a choice that somebody might immediately say, I hate it, and I think I'm going to change it? So you need to be careful about that. And then countertops. If the people are going to use it for a family residence for the next 20, 30 years, they might want granite or quartz countertops. If it's going to be a rental, then the countertops you have, well, they just might work. And so I think you need to know what your target audience looks like. So if the renovation you're doing is lined up to what you think the end user, your buyer, is looking for, you might want to take a look at that. Just know this, materials and labor right now are higher than they were last year by a lot, not just a little. You know, if materials are up, and right now we were finding that it used to be very similar. The labor and materials were about the same. We're finding labor is 2 to 2.5 times the materials. And since the materials are inflated, it can get really pricey to do renovations right now. What we don't want to do is mistime your opportunity to net the most at closing. So if you're thinking of doing renovations, just understand that you need to be precise in what you're going to spend and what you hope to receive. And that's a great consultation with your agent. And oh, by the way, if you're doing renovations on something that you just purchased, word to the wise, let's say you're doing a small bathroom, really small bathroom, like 5 by 8. There are times where a small bathroom could be in the neighborhood of the same price as a kitchen because you have the same materials, the same engineering, the same stuff going on. You know, changing out a vanity, it might be a custom size. Removing all the tile and gutting it, you could have plumbing problems that were hidden if it was, say, an older condo. There could also be problems with the ceiling. If you had textured ceiling, if you cut into it, you have to match it. Then you get the situation that, well, does the floor go down first? Is it tile? Does that happen first? What about the vanity? Is it like furniture, like a dresser where it has to go on top of the flooring? Or is it a built-in cabinet where the flooring is going to go just up to the edge of that cabinet? So there's a lot of different things to consider. So just logistically, you might have to line up your tile, your plumber, oh, your electrician, he's got to get in there too, and then your painter, and is it Durac, or what's going on in there, and the ceiling? So you may have to delay and have people coming in at different times. In other words, one contractor may not finish their job for the next one to go in. And with scheduling the way that it is, you might have to have the electrician come in before, during, and after. It might be 3 trips, so you're going to pay more for that as well. So when you're doing a renovation, think about, is it cost effective and going to net me money at closing in addition to what I already received if I just did nothing and just sold it as is? And if you're doing renovations after the fact and you're planning on a 30 or 60 day timeline, you may want to look into the contractors to make sure the timeline that you have in your mind is actually possible in today's market. It's Ron Wysakarski, and I hope that you enjoy these tips. And if you like it, well, feel free to comment below, subscribe, click below on that as well. We'd love to hear your comments. Thanks so much.